We are the last resistance.
Hey everyone, today is Tuesday, April 28th, and this is the weekly dispatch for Rage for Democracy. So, I feel that Rage for Democracy is entering into a new phase. And what that means is, well, let me explain it to you. Essentially, we've been protesting now for almost a year, and we just want more. And as you know, we had Citizen Civics Club that we created to try to get other people into that same space, and we just want to continue growing. Obviously, as we got the nonprofit started, we're reaching outwards and we're trying to think of new ideas and having new community gathering events that we could start hosting locally. With that being said, Rage for Democracy is not going to protest as often as we used to. So what that means is, like, instead of going twice a week, we're going to be planning to join IEC on the last day of the month, or the last Saturday of the month, which we will then hook up with them and protest that day. The rest of the time, we're going to focus on doing our community outreach events and getting more people involved that typically wouldn't. Some of the newer events that we're planning, this month in May, you're going to see a new one called Rage Clean. And essentially the idea is we're going to pick an area or a street or road or whatever in a town nearby and just clean it. We got vests, we'll have Rage Clean on the back, and we'll just be out there cleaning our neighborhood. And I love it because it's low effort. It's really just going to be a matter of taking some time out of your day to come out, maybe to spend an hour to clean up some of the different trash and things that are on different neighborhoods or even sidewalks. And that will just make everything feel better, look better, and it's just part of being one of our citizens in our community. It's just part of the civics that we have locally. The other one we're going to host is Community Game Night. We're going to start hosting a community game night where people can come out locally and learn a little bit of civics by playing some games. We've got a few games lined up that are based on how to vote, based on democracies and how to balance different things. So it's going to be just a good event to have people come in and just enjoy other ways to be able to reach out for civics. And then lastly, the community barbecue went really, really well. And if you're interested, there's photos on the Substack that you can look at from over the event from the weekend. But overall, the reception was really great. And it was great seeing different organizations around, being at the table, engage with the community, having multiple people show up that weren't even, knew anything about us, really. They saw the flyer, they decided to show up, and they had a blast. We probably cooked, I think, about 100 hot dogs that day. And we still had a little bit left over for the next day, but I'll explain that later. But essentially, everybody loved the barbecue. It was great. This is our second time organizing it, and I think we want to continue. I think what we're going to start planning now is a community barbecue at the last Saturday of the month, every month, probably until November, as long as we still see some good results, because we had a huge turnout for the food and clothing drive. There's pictures of that as well. So much stuff was donated for people just stopping by, just to have a quick hi, grab a hot dog, and move on. And it was just amazing. So shout out to all of you volunteers that helped, all the people who organized, all the people who showed up, and any way of support, people who donated either monetarily or through the food or the clothing. All of it matters, and it was such a good time that we're going to continue doing it because this is what community is about. So as I mentioned, we're going to step back from protesting, but what that doesn't mean is that IEC, or Indivisible East County, is going to continue protesting. So if you still want to protest more regularly than we have scheduled, you can still do that. What we're going to focus on is that last Saturday. The last Saturday and Sunday are going to be the big event of every month, essentially, for us. So we're going to start with the protest. We're going to join IEC for the protest on the last Saturday. And then after that, we're going to host our community barbecue. And then on Sunday, we take all of our leftovers and we cook them up and provide those to the people in our neighborhoods and our communities that need the help the most. I mean, literally, there are people living in their cars, full families with children going to school. Like, I could not imagine that being my life. But there are people who are feeling that or going through this. And there's no reason why they shouldn't be able to eat. I mean, that's just it. So we're going to take our time, we're going to protest, we're going to get together, we're going to eat, and then we're going to feed other people, because that's how we start this community and that's how we're building this community. And that's what is going to keep going. We're going to make this massive, massive community change, and that's what I'm looking forward to. Which brings me to my next point, May Day. This Friday, no school, no shopping, no work. In whatever capacity that is for you. And I totally understand, because people have to survive. You got to pay your rent, you got to pay your bills. But whatever that means to you, take action. We're holding a Solidarity Skills Workshop on Friday at Brentwood Commons, located downtown Brentwood, across from the library and across from the community center. From 9 to 4, we're going to be there all day, having multiple organizations tabling, getting people together. We're going to have multiple workshops on digital privacy, on self-defense, on all kinds of things to get you skills that you could use in your everyday life. And that's the point of getting the community together to build on that and really start knowing our neighbors and really knowing what kind of skills we have that we can build from. We can't do this without you. Obviously, it costs money. We've got a GoFundMe. We're going right now. This is the last week. This is the last push. We are asking if you have any extra funds, and I get it, totally get it. If you have any extra funds, please, if you can donate to the GoFundMe or to our donation, we would greatly appreciate it. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of costs going into the supplies that we're getting for the event, just booking the event itself, the marketing. I mean, all of that costs money, and we want to provide this to the community for free. So, in order for us to be able to do that and make it work and be able to continue doing things like this, it costs money. It's the support from you guys that keeps this thing going. So, if you have any extra thing that you can donate, please, this is the week to do that. And obviously, if you can't, we totally understand. And if you could just share it, just share and reposting the GoFundMe or just any of our donation links, that is the way that we can keep going with this. But we really appreciate it, and we can't wait to see you guys on Friday. I think it's going to be a great event. It's going to be so fun, just learning different things, meeting some of our new neighbors, and meeting other organizations that we haven't met yet. I think it's going to be a good time. And being downtown, I think people are just going to wander in, and I think it's going to be organically just a really solid event. So can't wait for that. The next week, Tuesday, is our Citizen Civics Club. So we'll be doing that at Rayleigh's at between 6 and 7:30 p.m. on Tuesday night. We'll be covering the last set of amendments from the Bill of Rights. It'll be 9 and 10 this week. So if you're interested, come on out. This is going to be a great time to just listen and see how the laws are changed and how they shaped about the freedoms that we have and what we can go by the Constitution. It's just great. It's a great time to do that. So come on out. We'll have some fun. We'll have a printout for you. We'll watch some videos, and we'll just talk amongst yourselves and just learn the rights that we have. I mean, that's the purpose of this. So Tuesday night between 6 and 7:30, come see us at Rayleigh's. It'll be a good time. It's in the community center, so if you do come in, make sure that you go all the way down by the produce and then go up by the magazine rack. That's where we'll be. We're not in the little room in the front by the bakery or anything like that, so don't get caught up by that by yourself. And then lastly, as I said earlier, we do have new donation options. So if you go on the Substack, you'll see a link there. Or if you go to our website, at the very bottom, there's a donate link. And there's two different options. You can just do a one-time donation, which is totally fair. Or if you feel like you want to do a subscription and do something like that, you can set those prices as well. All of this is based on what you want to do. So there is no minimum. There is no set fee for a subscription each month. It's really about what you want to donate, what you can feasibly do. And you can pause your subscriptions at any time. I don't have any penalty for that. So if you can't afford it anymore, you want to stop, totally get it. I understand. But those options are available as well. So I can just say thank you again for all of those who came to the barbecue this past week. I know it's such a good time to get everybody together and just see different experiences. And I got all the photos of this on our Substacks under the community center. You'll see all of those things there. And it was just great. So as always, like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any other questions, feel free to send me an email, comment on the Substack. I'd love to chat with you about different things, and we appreciate it. So until next time, that's all I got. See you guys later.
We are the last